What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another very special From Screen to Shelf review. Today, I am going to be talking about my very first TerrorVision pickup, and that is going to be Malum on 4K. That slip is it's so simple, yet so cool. My crappy camera can barely do it justice. But yeah, we're going to be talking about the 2023 horror title, Malum, which before I really get into the 4K, just to kind of go into a little bit of additional info about this movie, the director, Anthony DeBlasi, he actually remade his own movie. This is a remake, or I would say it's a complete remake to a degree, but it's more of a retooling, is how I'd like to say it, of his own movie from, I believe it was 2014, but it's called The Last Shift. I had actually never seen either before picking this up. This was a complete blind buy because I just wanted to get some things from TerrorVision. And so whenever I watched it, I really liked it. And I ended up going back and checking out The Last Shift, and I like them both equally just as much for different reasons. But I call this a retooling because it's essentially the same movie as The Last Shift. It just has a lot more going on with a much higher production value, which I think is what he originally wanted to go for, but he only had so much budget. So that leads us to Malum 2023. And to review it as a movie, I had a lot of fun with this. My eyes were glued to the screen. It's kind of a lukewarm comparison, but I'd recommend I'd kind of compare this to Fulci's The Beyond and Kostansky's and the other, I always forget the other guys' names, but The Void, my banner back there. It's not like a haunting or this or that on top of something, but it's more or less very similar as that, but with a solo officer inside of a police station. And it's more of a psychological horror. I really enjoyed it. I'd give the movie about a strong 7.5. I really had a lot of fun with it. I know a lot of people really prefer The Last Shift, and there's some people where that's even their favorite horror movie from the 2010s. So by all means, all power to you. I like them both just as equally as much, but I'm super happy that I own this because I'll definitely be rewatching it and revisiting both of those anytime I get the chance. So what we have here is a native 4K. So to give you a little bit of look, it comes with a 4K and a Blu-ray, and then a nice little slip card letting you know that they do some CDs and vinyls and cassettes from TerrorVision as well. Highly recommend. I had a great experience. I also had the pleasure of talking to Brad, who we will have on the podcast soon, so stay tuned for that. And very lovely guy, very lovely guy, and I'm excited to pick up more. I've already picked up quite a few other titles from him in anticipation of talking to him and dissecting his brain a little bit. Go and support TerrorVision. They do great work, especially if you're into that realm of vinegar syndrome and stuff. I wanted to go ahead and give them their quick 30 seconds outside of talking about a movie that they put out or distributed out on physical media in that manner. But it is a native 4K. I really couldn't find a lot without paying on IMDb Pro about like the camera work, what cameras used, whether it was film or digital, because everything states that this is a native 4K. So, based on my understanding, it's not a 2K DI or a 2K upscale. It was finished and filmed or native 4K. So that's always good. It does have a 5.1 audio track or DTS HD master audio track, as well. It does have an HDR presentation, and like I said, a native 4K resolution. The special features, it comes with an introduction by Anthony DeBlasi, commentary with Anthony DeBlasi and Jessica Sula. I did not check that out, but I did check out all these other ones. Deleted and extended scenes. And there's new captions as well. New 5.1 audio mix, theatrical trailer, blooper reel, reimagining The Last Shift, behind the scenes with cast, still gallery, Texas Frightmare with cast and crew, and more. If you've never had the pleasure and you live in the States and you've never had the pleasure or you don't have the access to go to Texas Frightmare, I definitely, if you're a horror fanatic, it's one of the biggest horror conventions you can ever go to. And I've been there before, and it's absolutely worth every single cent, travel, everything. So I had to check that one out. Special features on this is going to get a strong, I'd say about 8 for me. I can almost never be satisfied. If I listened to the commentary track before doing this, I'd probably say a 9 or a 10. I was extremely happy. Now, with the presentation, the audio mix, it was extremely well done. It was using a lot of the front wides, the video quality. It has a lot of blood and a lot of red and like a lot of imagery that uses red. And it was just very vivid, very bright, very drearily colorful, if that makes sense. It's not like an animated movie where you're getting your eyes blasted with a lot of colors, but it's definitely a ton of fun with the way that it contrasts with the dull atmosphere. It's very bright. The police station's lit up very bright, but everything else about it is so dull and so dreary. And they go into dark things, and then you have like these rotting looking landscapes. And I had a blast with it. It was eye candy. I would say that in the modern sense that this is definitely one of the better discs that I have on there, especially for a BD66. I'm sure the file size didn't really need a BD100. I always like them, but I'm assuming TerrorVision does great work, so they would have put it on a BD100 if it made sense to put it on a BD100. So we got a BD66, and I'm perfectly okay with that. So again, shout out, massive work to TerrorVision. Go give them a check out over there. They're on all social media channels, everything. Brad, the one guy that I have managed to have the pleasure, absolute pleasure of talking to, wonderful. Loves interacting with the community and everything like that. So they did just end their, I believe it was their June sale, their summer sale. So look forward to a winter or whenever their next sale is. I'm assuming they do, like most of the boutiques, 2 sales a year. So go check them out as soon as you get a chance, because this is absolutely worth every single cent. If you are fortunate to live next to an archive, I was just there the other day and they did have some of these on hand as well. So go check your local archive if you have those, or secondhand stores, and see if you can get it. If you're a horror fanatic or you like Malum, I think this is definitely worth your money. I believe I paid about $25 for that, which is a pretty good deal, I feel like, for the whole package, which I'd give it about a strong 9 out of 10. It's very, very good, very well done, and it's a labor of love. You can tell that the team over there at TerrorVision really had a passion for this and wanted to make it the best presentation that could be shown out there on the 4K format. So stay tuned for more, guys. Until next time, comment, like, subscribe. Let us know what else you want to see us review, talk about, or if you have thoughts on Malum. Talk to you guys later. Thank you.